Hello, hello, and welcome. Hello and welcome. Ta-ta. Let's see.
Let's see. The live says waiting for what Cheryl scrap.
Okay. Well,
Just waiting. There it goes.
okay. And me singing.
Hello, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. She has been a scrapping fool lately.
That's awesome.
Like the days I remember when I used to scrap like multiple pages every day.
Mm-hmm.
I was so obsessed. It's not that I'm less obsessed. I suppose I feel like I have other things that are vying for my attention. But
Yeah, I, yeah. This
and
summer was weird. I wasn't in the scrappy mood, which normally summer I'm like, let's sit down and scrap a page every single day. And this year I was
yeah,
like, let's not. I don't know why, but I was just like, not in the mood.
not in the mood. All
Ah,
right.
Brenda wants the sugar babe spot.
Oh, I hope you get it.
Should we chorus line sing now? Do you know that one?
What?
The chorus line. I hope you get it.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. I don't know what it is about my house lately because it's quite hilarious to me. Like, Nick and I did theater and musical theater, but my sister did not. But lately, we have been like all about the musical theater around the house. So you'll be walking around, and all of a sudden, somebody else just like jump into Chicago or chorus line. And it's like, we are weird right now. We are in a very weird state of house. But
Yes.
I do not know who you are by your username. It looks like La Boyles 410. But hello to you anyway.
Is that
And good luck,
Leandra?
Brenda, in case I didn't say that. Hi,
That,
Kim. How's Cheryl?
yeah, I think that might be Leandra, maybe. Am
Leandra,
I
maybe?
thinking so?
So many good songs in Chicago. Yeah, it's a bad one when we start singing about prison and killing people around the house. It's
Okay.
fun. It's fun.
Well, I'm going to do a short little intro before we go any further and let y'all know what I'm scrapping with tonight. And then we'll get started. Um, Thanks for joining me. It's What Cheryl Scrap for the August 2025 session. It's August 7th. And I am going to be scrapping with a kit. Let me get this pulled up here again. I have so many kits I need to scrap with, and I keep losing the ones that I need. Where are you?
You know, Kim, we can walk around the house saying he had it coming, and the next thing we know, somebody starts singing.
You had it coming.
Mhm.
Okay, that what? Why? Ah, there we go. Scrumptious Stories Pasta. It will be releasing tomorrow. Check this out. Is that not the cutest thing? Dun, 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 dun.
Aw,
Right?
scrumptious stories.
Mhm.
Pasta. Oh my goodness gracious.
So yeah, Lisa B is is L.A. Boyles.
Lissa B, see? And I completely feel you on the hating that you have work to do because, yes. Yes, work sucks when it interrupts scrubbing time.
Yeah.
Kim, her son has 2 degrees in theater. Which ones? She says she totally understands, and his wife has 3 degrees.
What? Okay, so I'm going to be scrapping with these pictures of. I'll pull this one up so you can see that. It's of me and Olivia. We ate at Olive Garden. Um, and they've made some changes, I think, because we love fettuccine alfredo, but I make homemade fettuccine alfredo that makes you not want to have any other kind of fettuccine alfredo. And so actually it was more flavorful this time than it just was like very plain vanilla tasting the last time we had it. So uh, anyway, that
You
is
mean
what.
Olive Garden's made some changes?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So we tried it and we actually liked it. And did you know that they had like a little special where you could pay $6 for you could order an entree to go, but you wouldn't like get the sides or all that. So it would just be the entree, but still for $6, I was like, it's not bad.
I did know that, but that's because my brother works at Olive Garden.
Oh, like I knew that.
I knew a lot more about Olive Garden than I probably ever cared to know because
Yes.
he works there. And he has for years. Like he's worked there. You know how you never hear about people anymore who worked at like the same job forever? He
Yep.
switched restaurants, but he has worked at Olive Garden since he was like 17 or 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like his whole life he's worked at Olive Garden. So it's crazy. He's actually one of those stories where he worked himself up. He's a GM now, and he worked up from being a kitchen and server. Like he was in the kitchen for a while and then a server, and he's worked his way to GM.
That is
So
so
it does happen
fantastic.
still.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up in the generation where they were, you know, pushing, pushing, pushing for you to, um, go to college,
Hmm.
get a degree, and then you're like, I maybe that's not for me. And then we're into this area where skilled jobs that nobody wants to do because they're hot or gross or whatever they happen to be. Nobody wants to do those. Okay,
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna
Kim
make
said she
these.
retired
I'm
August
gonna add
1st.
these.
Yay!
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so I'm
Becky's
gonna
here. She
add.
has a musical theater connection too.
So I'm
She
gonna
says
add
her daughter went to
the.
did local theater all through high school, then went to NYU's Titch School of the Arts, but she came to her senses and ended up going back to academia. You know what though? That's not bad because depending on where she is, she could be the theater teacher still or do the programs or whatever.
Okay, okay.
And that's Becky. That's our scrap chick, CHYCK.
Yep, Becky.
Kim says her son has a job in corporate training. He says training is definitely theater. You know, I would agree with that statement.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm using a new template set tonight too that will be releasing tomorrow, and I will show you what that is. Give you a little a
Sneak
snickety
peek,
peekity.
sneak peek.
This is called Sultry Summer. So lots of like tropical kind of leaves, um, some mixed media that I love, and multiple photo spots. And I'm using the upper left one, and I've just added 2 additional photos there across the top. So there they are. And then I'm gonna quit yammering and start scrapping. They're so everything's so cute.
Brenda says she loves we're going to call them Monstera leaves, unless you correct us in this set.
Um, I don't think those are monsteras. Um,
Oh, you know, the big leaves. We like
yeah,
them.
I
We like
know.
them here.
Yeah, but I don't know. I could be wrong. My mom could tell me. But
Isn't that one of those things when you have little moments like that and you're like, oh,
oh man, I missed her.
yeah,
Yeah, but that I'm glad I had her, and I'm doing good. So we're lots of good things she left behind
good.
with us. I did get a little upset the other day because my cousin's husband sent a couple of videos of her interacting with their son,
Hmm.
and Mama loved him. She just thought he was the cutest little thing, and so Mom's, talking to him, and just to hear her voice, it's like, oh my gosh, just
That's sweet.
oh, I miss it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
But
sweet though.
but it was very sweet, and I'm glad because I take a lot of pictures. I don't take a lot of video, so I don't always have you know that to go along with it.
Yeah, I have some video. Not as much as I sometimes wish I did, but I'm just not a big video person.
Yeah.
But I did take video of my kid. I saw this really cool thing somebody did, and they took a picture of their kid walking out the door on the first day of high school for freshmen and then walking in the door as a senior, like the last day of school. So it's like
Oh
4 years.
man.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I, of course, being me, forgot to do it when my kid left for school because we were busy and it was early and we were not ready to be up that early.
Right.
And so when he like came home, I'm like, okay, now I need you to walk out the door and pretend you're going to school. And he's like, okay.
Okay,
And I'm like,
mom.
we're going to love this. In 4 years, we're going to think this is the coolest thing. And he's like,
He's like, no,
okay, in
no,
four
mom. You'll
years.
you'll be excited, mom. You'll be the
Well,
excited one.
he's still in the idea of, he's not done growing. And so he does think it'll be kind of cool to see how much taller he gets and stuff like that. So he did decide it would be worth it because that would be kind of cool. So can you direct me to a past video where I can see how to set up my workstation for scrapping? Like your Photoshop workstation?
I think we lost Courtney.
I'm here. Can you not hear me? What happened?
Okay.
That's weird.
Well, she's supposed to be there.
I can hear me.
Can anyone else hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Oh, Kim can hear me. Okay.
Okay. It's always me. Always me.
Meanwhile, I stopped mid-sentence because I thought maybe you guys couldn't
Okay.
hear me.
Well, that's not going to be triumphant. I'm going to stop my screen share for a second and then turn that back on. Hmm. All right. Well, okay. Well, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. That's weird.
Okay, I'm going to pull my headphones and then put them back in.
So, Lisa, do you remember Cheryl doing one on how to
Oh,
set up the workstation?
I can hear you.
Yay!
Yay. Oh,
Do
yes.
you remember doing that one, Cheryl, where you
I,
set up your
I,
scrapping workstation?
I do, I think. Hang on. Pardon me for just a moment while I look up this information.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Also, I hate when I set up my workstation for scrapping and then I accidentally push the wrong key, which is almost always something like a
Yes.
F key, and it moves everything around. And I'm like, excuse me. And if you tell it to go back to it, it's like, oh, yeah, but you moved that, so it doesn't count. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. I didn't mean to move that.
Okay, I know I did it a long time ago, and it would be at the other location. Can you hear me again?
I can hear you.
Okay.
You know what? My brain is apparently dead because there's like the other location. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, that one, that one. Which really, I mean, heck, everybody knows it was the lily pad. I don't know why I'm being cryptic about it.
Yeah,
But
but they they did a new site overhaul and I think a lot of stuff got lost.
oh.
So I don't know if it's still there or not.
Well, I will finish this and then I will go through some of the little ways you can set up your.
Yeah, some of the ways to set up your workstation and how to save it.
Yeah.
That might be good because I think even when you did it, they've changed some of it since. Because I know I've had to resave it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, how about we say, hold on that question and we'll get you a new video that shows you how to do it.
Yeah.
Look at Cheryl. She's amazing. She does new things.
It's really not too bad. And there's just a couple of places that the way I like to look at things, and once I get those, that's fine. But I have done
Yeah.
like Courtney has, where you're like tootling along and doing all kinds of uh, scrapping, and you hit the wrong button, and bloom, your preference gone. Okay. No, I didn't want you to go there. So do y'all shadow as you go along?
I mostly shadow as I go along. Because if I don't, I feel like it looks funny.
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden I'll realize I didn't do it. And I'm like,
And
why can't I tell what's going on there? And then I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that would need a shadow. That's why it looks funny.
and then like if you wanted to duplicate this leaf pasta herb, if you wanted to duplicate it, do you come over here and right click and press duplicate layer, or do you use alt and then click and drag it and it makes
That's
this separate?
basil. Or basil. I love the way that the British say it. The basil.
The basil.
Basil. I've been watching old baking British baking show. I don't remember what they call it in America now. The Great British Bake Off.
Right.
And they're always talking about basil. And I was like, I love basil. Sounds so sophisticated.
Basil.
Basil.
Yeah, because that shortcut's really nice to have.
When I've searched for things that I know were there, Lisa, they're not there anymore. I can't find them. So it's possible that they're still running in the background and finding stuff that they had. But I know like a tutorial that I wrote, I actually went to reference and I couldn't find it. So, and I know some things that I've written about aren't there anymore. So it's possible things are still being added. I just know that they're not all currently there right now. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Oh,
sense.
good.
Yeah, I think I've got all the leaves covered.
All the leaves are covered and the skies are gray.
All the leaves are, all the
Oh,
leaves
goodness
are
gracious.
brown, and the
So,
sky is
my
blue.
kid went back to school already. And yes, I know it's incredibly early. He started yesterday. And no, I'm not happy about it necessarily because I feel like it's way too early. But regardless of that, It means that I got up early and I did not do that thing that you're supposed to do where you wean yourself off the summer schedule, by actually going to bed at a decent time.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to sleep at summertime, but having to get up early because, of course, he's going to the school that doesn't have a bus that we have to drive him to, that he can't bike to. So
Oh,
yeah, it makes me a little loopy at this point of the night. And you know what's funny? If I wasn't on this, I still would not be going to bed because why would I do that?
yeah. I'm like, because
Why?
usually by the time night comes around, I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, I'm getting into my groove now, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And then I end up staying up way
Oh
too
my
late.
gosh, I hate that, but I swear I am super productive late at night. And I
Yes.
hate that because I'm so productive that I feel bad going to bed, but I pay for it the next day. So then I feel
Yeah.
bad because I pay for it.
You're like, why? Why am I doing this to myself? Last night, I made myself not pick up my book again and laid there for 2 hours off and on. Ugh, misery.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other problem. When I go to bed and I'm like, oh, just one more chapter. There's a reason I've bought like every single book kit that the stores sell. Because, yeah, one more chapter is like three more chapters is like another hour and a half. And then I go, oh, my Kindle says that there's only 30 minutes left. So I might as well stay up till 4:30 and finish reading.
Right.
You know?
I think as well.
Oh. It All right. So being blunt, it needed to happen, Lisa, and I'm glad that some of those changes are happening. Like from the back end, there were a lot of things that really did need to happen. It is sad that stuff has to change like that sometimes and you can't recover it. I agree with you. But like from the usability side, some of that had to happen. So I get it, but I agree with you. It is kind of sad to lose a spot like that and have it change.
Yeah, I agree.
Brenda, just one more book tonight. Pretty much. Yes, yes, pretty much.
So I'm reading a series. It starts, the first one is Shadow and Bone, and the next one is Storm and Siege, and they're like um, teenage reading. So it's like quick. Like I read one yesterday, and I just want to keep reading.
I've heard of those, but I haven't actually like looked into them.
They're they're not bad.
Shadow
You
and
know,
Bone, huh?
yeah, yeah. And then I mean, she has, it's like a whole series that you read. There's like those two, and then the next two, and then I think it's a duology, a trilogy, a duology again. I don't know. I have to pull my reading card over and see what it
Is
says.
that the one that they made into like a Netflix show or something?
Yes,
Okay, because
yes,
I was trying to
yes.
pull it up and I'm like, this is showing me something Netflix, something, something.
Yep, yep, yeah. It's not a new. It's not new.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm just, you know, I watched
And
a video on YouTube and they were like, "Oh, it's such a great, so great." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna try it."
do you like them? Like, is it worth reading?
Yeah, I mean, it's a just a quick read for me.
Hmm.
But the other one that I read, which was, oh my lord, hang on, my brain is is doing so much better. But I finished reading a bunch of books. Okay, it is, the author is Sarah Moss or Mays, Maas, and she wrote the Throne of Glass series, and what was the other one? can't remember it now. I have to do more searching for that.
The Thorns and Roses series.
Yes, that's it. And it was good. But I did not feel that it was teen appropriate.
Mm.
Even though they said it was not. It was not.
Even though they said it was.
I was like, it's not.
I always wonder on some of those where I go, well, who is your teen that you're okay with this being a teen appropriate?
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
maybe I'm more conservative in my reading than I think I
I don't know. I was just like, I don't think I'd be comfortable with my 17-year-old reading that.
am. You know, to be fair, I think things like that all the time, and then I think about the fact that, and I do not recommend this, by the way, but I think about the fact that my grandma didn't think twice when I picked up her V.C. Andrews books at 14 to read. No, 12. I was 12.
But those were
So,
so good, weren't they?
yeah, but they were
They
completely
were
inappropriate for a
completely.
12-year-old. Like,
Completely.
100%.
I didn't get them till ninth grade, so I'd have been 13. So I was a little behind you, but not much, and I just
Yeah.
ate them up.
And my grandma didn't think twice about it. She was just like, yeah, no, I enjoy those books. Go ahead. And I was just like, okay. My mom sees what I'm reading. She's like, hold on. What are you reading?
Where did you get that?
Where did
You're
you
like,
get that?
Grandma.
Yep.
Grandma gave
Mother!
me. It's the
She's
same.
only 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
let her read that.
Hmm.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, so I guess it just depends on what teen it is. Brenda says she heard it was spicy. I don't think she's,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Spicy. It wasn't like. Um, it was just a bit more than I would have wanted my child to read. Just a little further.
Yeah.
But, if we're talking about 18 to 21, fine. But if you're talking, between 12 and 17, no. But
Well, and I think that's the hard thing because if you think about a teen, like, I mean, I can think of a couple of books that even 17, 18, 19, yeah, they're completely okay for them to read and they're still technically teens.
right.
But yeah, then when you think about the 13-year-old, you're like, yeah, no.
No.
And it's such a weird, like, because you think about it, your 13-year-old's not driving, your 16-year-old's learning to drive, and your 19-year-old should be a pretty decent driver by that point. So the teen years are just crazy when you think about everything they go through in that time period.
Right.
So,
Well, and you can tell them not to read something, but if I wanted to read something, I found a way to get it. So, and it was called the library.
see, I live so rural. My mom used to take me to the library. And so she could see what I was picking out. And for the most part, she was okay with it. She let me read a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have read. But,
Yeah,
there was a
I
few
know.
things she did go, maybe not that yet. Let's get you a little older.
Like just a little bit.
Lisa says she was 12 when she read those. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who was hit. But yeah, no, they were not appropriate for a 12-year-old.
No, but they were so good. And wasn't the other series was Heaven or
Yeah,
Heavenly or
Heavenly. My Sweet Adrena was one of my favorites.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Me and my 8th grade friend were going to write a book about like a sequel to it. Yeah.
Oh,
So, and then I look back on it and I'm like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best things for us to be reading at that time.
you're like, well, maybe,
Well, maybe.
maybe we should have
Yeah.
that.
But then, so they were talking about, this is kind of funny. So they were talking at book club about different books, and they were like, we always end up suggesting books that are banned, not on purpose, just because they're like, oh, we should read this. And people are like, oh, did you know that's a banned book? And one of the most recent ones was The Giver. And people were like, "Why is that banned?" And I like looked it up. I was like, "Oh, because, this and this." And they're like, "Oh, but I didn't think that was bad. I just thought it was part of the story." And at that moment I realized I've actually never read The Giver because I think
Hmm.
they all read it. They were like, "Oh yeah, I read it in this grade." And I was like, "Nope, in that grade I read this, this and this. I never read The Giver."
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
did
"I
not.
don't remember a book that talks about that."
Yeah, I don't remember anything being inappropriate in that, but
Apparently
it
they
has
kill
to.
babies.
Oh
And it's no
yes,
big deal.
okay,
Yeah, and that's
yeah,
the funny thing is that's what I said at book club. I'm like, apparently it has infanticide, and they were like, oh yeah, oh, well, I guess, but,"
yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, "And this is
That's
the problems
probably
we
bad.
have with banned books,
Yes,
is there's so many that people are like, oh, but that's part of it, and it really needed to be there." And it's like, okay, but different people feel different ways about different books.
right.
But and Lisa says she wouldn't let her kids read Harry Potter until they were 16 plus. So I started reading Harry Potter with my kid. But we only read the first 3. We
Hmm.
did not read Goblet of Fire until he was a little older, but we read the first one when he was like 8 or 9, because to me, there wasn't anything in that one that I felt was inappropriate, but, like, yeah, by the time you get to number 4, it starts to get dark.
Yeah,
So my mom had started reading them with my brother, and I warned her. I was like, "Hey, you're not gonna wanna read these last ones with him until he gets a little bit older." Because it
yeah.
does get super duper dark and stuff.
Super duper doc.
Super duper dark. Kim said, so many kids don't read. I'm usually happy they're reading at all.
Yes.
Lisa says she grew up in the 70s and 80s. So much we were allowed to see or read was awful. Yeah, have you ever gone back to watch one of those movies with your kid and you turn it on and all of a sudden you go, "Oh, I don't remember this. Oh, this is not. We're going to turn this one off, honey. We'll come
Yeah,
back to this
we're
one
not gonna
later."
have that. We're not.
Yeah, we're not going to do this one right now. What was the one? My husband turned on one. It was a John Hughes movie, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that part was in here." I was like, "Yeah." I can't remember which one. It might have been Pretty in Pink that he turned on.
Oh,
We've been
yeah.
we've been calling it movie education to my kid because with streaming, there's so many that you don't just catch because they're on TV or whatever.
Right.
So we made him watch Jaws. He thought that one was like hilariously funny, which I don't blame him. And I kind of want to go and see it at the theater when it comes out because I think it would be hilarious.
Did you know that Jaws 2 was filmed over here where I live?
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah. Um, so, and my hubby, his family lived out on the island because his stepdad was a park ranger,
Mhm.
and it's a protected Gulf Islands National Seashore protected. But I think if I remember, he said he remembers them being out there, but I'm not sure. It could be incorrect. But I thought that was cool.
That is really cool. I like it.
Okay, let's see here.
But yeah, some of those 80s movies are a trip when you try and turn them on again.
Yeah.
You're like, "Ooh, oh."
Like, whoa, whoa.
And then others are hilarious because they're so bad.
Yeah,
Like, and I appreciate them because of they worked with some of the graphics they had. And some of them are quite impressive because they worked with the graphics they had. Like Alien is
right.
kind of impressive with what they did with what they had. But man, others you're just like, what were they thinking?
Why? Why did they do this?
Why? But yeah, like we made him watch Casablanca's on the list still. We haven't had him watch that one yet. That one's on the list, and
Yeah,
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Some of these classics that I'm like,
right.
kids need to see them. This kid is super cute.
It is. It is so cute. I'm liking it quite a bit.
I think the most disturbing part, though, is he's watched all the Simpsons seasons like 2 or 3 times. So we'll sit down to watch a movie, and he's like, "Oh, that's what they're referencing." Yes, yes, the Simpsons are referencing this other movie that existed. They did not make it up on their own.
That's funny.
I like that you have a picture of the garlic sticks, the breadsticks.
Oh my god, because they were so good. They were so good. They were just a little bit crunchy on the outside,
Mhm.
just slightly, and then yum, 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 yum. Okay, now you see here I did a little magic wand selection, and so I can clip those papers, but I'm gonna pull this in because sometimes if you're like me and there's journal cards, I don't necessarily always like the journal cards. So what I'm going to do is select all of this. Come on. Please don't make me do every single one. Okay, I think I'm going to
Don't
have to
make
do
me do every single one.
selection and intersect. Can't remember.
Does everybody else ever do that? When you're, trying to select something, you're like, "No, no, don't make me select everything. Come on, come on."
Come on. Okay, that's not going to work.
Brenda says she used the Kirby games to teach her kid about Indiana Jones. Not letting him watch the movies yet, though.
What games?
Kirby?
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's going to make me do it. I know it is. Let's do a quick selection. Here we go. That's better. Okay, now that I've got it all selected, instead of using the magic wand, I went to the quick selection tool, so I was able to get all that pattern.
Do you ever just change your tolerance?
No.
Oh.
What do you use?
I change the tolerance.
Oh.
And then it tends to
just make it be higher.
Let's go higher or lower, whichever one it is that I'm trying to select.
Okay. All right. So anyway, at this point, I've got it selected. I'm going to press Control J while I have that layer highlighted, and it's going to pull out that little label for me, and then I can delete this other piece. No, I don't want to do that.
Brenda says she uses Select Subject to extract parts of cards easily.
You know, I used to be much more, shall we say, adventurous with my, I did like a lot of masking and there we go. Okay, I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. So kind of think of your journal cards in different ways that can help you if you need a different layering piece.
You could, depending on what you're selecting, try changing your tolerance, Lisa, because I think it defaults kind of high. And so I find with something that's busy, if I change the tolerance, a lot of times it'll pick up what I want it to pick up. Like mine actually is on a default of 10 right now. I noticed Cheryl's was at like a 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've moved it up when I've wanted it to select everything, like on a black, or not black and white because that's a bad contrast. But when I've wanted it to select more, I'll move it up. But I tend to keep it actually fairly low because a lot of times I'm selecting something that is completely different color. So there's a big enough contrast that it works. I just played with it one day and realized that's what I was missing on my select tool, was playing with the tolerance.
Interesting. Okay. We don't have any scatters in this particular kit. We do.
No, the horror.
I do have these little wood hearts that I could make into a scatter, but then I thought she has all these cute little drawings of the different types of pasta. So I thought that would be cute to use as a little scatter.
I like it.
And then I'll just duplicate that once I get them where I want them.
And then Carly joined us.
Hi, Carly.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of times either, Lisa. That's why mine's still sitting on a 10 tolerance, because I've never changed it back. Whatever I was trying to select that was very tricky, I've never changed it back. Yep.
I mean, I'm always, well, of course they're updating all the time, but I always feel like behind the curveball sometimes. Like, I should have already known that, but I didn't.
Well, I think that all the time. Why didn't I already know that?
Right?
And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll be okay.
So
Everybody
I'm
will
going
be
to make
okay.
these a wee bit smaller. More like a scattery. This one needs to come over here though. And then we'll duplicate. And then I'll just move them as I need them.
Just move it as you need it.
Yep. I'm just going to move them over here and move them there. Move them here and there and everywhere. Yeah.
This is, yes, it is her new kit, the Scrumptious something pasta. Scrumptious something something pasta.
Yes. It's Scrumptious Stories, pasta.
There we go. Scrumptious stories.
Yeah.
I know a scrumptious something. I had part of it.
I know. Sometimes, I mean, it's so hard to find. Like, do y'all even pay attention to what I name my my template sets?
Sometimes, like
no,
especially if it's
really.
something that strikes me as hilarious. I will admit, and it's not just because I do stuff for her, but Allison's kits, I almost always will remember the titles because they crack me up.
Oh yeah,
Because
she's
so
very funny.
often she's very funny and they're very punny, and so I will remember them. But in general, I don't remember a lot of kit names. That's why I like the thing I use to store stuff, because I can just tell it to find me an animal and then figure out which kit it was I wanted.
Yes. Like, I just need that.
I just want that one. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just not good at remembering titles. And also, sometimes the title doesn't make me remember what's in it.
Oh
Does that
yeah.
make sense? Like, I think I have probably 3 or 4 kits, something along the lines of, beat the heat, too hot, summer sucks because it's hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I just know if I look for hot or summer, I can find those ones.
All right. So I'm gonna take out those little heart scatters. I got my paint taken care of.
Oh, okay. I'll give it to Brenda too. Erica Zane's titles have caused me to snort laugh too.
Yes.
Like, I think she's the one that has the addicted to Amazon one.
It's just the truth. She just tells the truth.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she has some though that do make me laugh too. So, yeah, she's got a couple good ones, but Carly says she remembers kit titles, but not usually templates. And I apologize. It's actually Kelly Banks Creative that has the Amazon Addicted one. She has a different one that's a shopping one, though. And, of course, now I'm proving the point by not remembering what it's called. Because,
Of course. Of course.
Of course.
All right, most of my shadows are already done. I just need to do a shadow for this photo.
Yeah, Erica's is add to cart, which, you know, also works.
Did she release that during the pandemic?
Add to cart? She might have. I do not know. And I do not know how to tell.
I don't know how to tell either, other than sorting it. And,
Yeah, but that means I have to try and figure out where 2020 was and blah, blah, blah,
right,
blah, blah.
exactly. Too much work.
Too much work, too much work.
Okay, you still use PSE, don't you?
On occasion, I do actually.
Well, there was somebody that had a question in the forum,
Hmm.
and it was about uh, making layer styles. And they wanted to know if they could do that in PSE. And I have 2018, so I, I don't remember it having that capability, but
Do, do, do.
um, and so I tried to do, and then I was like, oh, this is too much. I'm going down some rabbit hole. I got some other things to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I cannot be
I
distracted by that.
I do know what you're saying because I do it a lot. Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah, yep, I feel it. I do it. Anybody else? You start off doing one thing and then you kind of move into the other spots and you're like, "Oh, wait, I was doing that thing."
Okay, so this was
Bye, Lisa. We'll catch you next time.
719. Bye. Thank you for coming. Okay.
So, if you could use layer styles or if you could create layer styles.
If you could create them.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm one of those people who goes back and forth on quitting Photoshop because I get annoyed, but then I remember how much I like Lightroom, so then I don't quit Photoshop.
Right?
It's a problem I have. But when PSE was moving to
Subscription.
subscription, well, it's not technically subscription, but it's basically subscription where you only get to do it for a certain amount of, like 3 years is all it'll work for before it goes to subscription or before
Uh,
you have to get a new one or whatever. I bought 2000, is it 24 was the last one
okay.
that you can have before you had to do the one that had subscription. So let me see if I can remember. You know, it's funny. Hilariously, I also own Affinity because I actually really like Affinity for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, I am slightly. It makes me feel slightly pathetic that I own like 3 or 4 different things, and I'm like, yep,
Like,
yep.
okay.
So let's see. This template. We're just gonna open up one of Cheryl's templates because it's easy that way.
It's easy.
It's easy. It's easy. Carly says, it's like ping pong ball in my brain. Yeah, I like that. I've always called it too many tabs open.
Yes.
So, but she said, uh, ADHD for Life is also an Erica Zane title. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see.
Okay, so I need some custom shadows here. And I'm just going to use the little smudge tool on this one.
Well, there are some styles that are already included.
Yeah,
So if you use a style that's there, can you then edit it?
I believe you can. And in that case, you should be able to.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's a way you can actually put it on without starting with one. But yeah, if you put it on, you can change the lighting angle, you can change the drop shadow amount, the distance and the opacity. You can change the color.
And then can you save it to use again?
That I'm not seeing where I can save it though. Sorry. I click when I'm thinking. I didn't mean to do that.
No, that's all right. Do whatever you need to do. We're
Yeah,
answering
I
questions here, people. We are
don't
here. We
see
are
where
here for you.
I can save it. Hold on.
All right, so Lisa's already gone,
Yes.
and she's the one that had the question about. Um,
Oh, about Photoshop Elements?
yeah.
That's funny. Renee says she's been learning Affinity as a backup to her Paint Shop Pro. So I really love Affinity's, is it the publisher one? Let me get their names right. They have designer, publisher, publisher. So I use their publisher a lot because it's like Microsoft Publisher used to be, only on steroids, if that makes sense. So I love being able to like lay things out. Angela had actually mentioned that she uses it to lay out a book. She's like, I don't understand how you guys can do it, but she scraps a lot in that one. So she can just lay out her books as she goes. And so I've used it to lay out a book. I've used it for newsletters and stuff too. I find sometimes it's easier to do in there than it is to do in Photoshop, which is weird. And it might just be because I'm trying to be basic. But
Right.
yeah. I don't know that you can save it.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. And she begins to frantically type. She will
Well,
find the answer.
I was going to look up and see if it said something.
She is Courtney.
Because it indicates that I should be able to do it. So I'm trying to figure out, because it's not intuitive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Which, honestly, with Photoshop, how much of it is intuitive?
Right.
Like, let's back up to how much of it is never intuitive.
I think I should have known this.
Open styles.
Put this underneath this photo.
Click the Save Style button, it says. Where's the Save Style button? That's funky.
Funky.
Click the Save Style button, and I'm like, I do not see a Save Style button. Oh, do I need to push? Yeah, Angela's really good at Affinity. I'm always amazed. Like the things I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that in Affinity. That's really cool. I don't think you can. I think it thinks you can, but you can't.
Good. Like,
Yeah, it's okay. So, you know that add-on that people talk about, the Elements Plus add-on?
yes, yes.
You can do it that way because what the Elements Plus add-on does is it actually goes into the back and pulls out things that are available that are coded in Elements, just aren't on the front side, and it just gives you the front side button for it.
Okay, very good.
So,
Very
can you
good.
natively do it? No.
No, okay, but I could at least go back in that thread and say, we were chatting about this, and it isn't available unless you have
Yeah,
Elements
you
Plus. Just do a Google for Elements Plus,
yeah.
and it's free, isn't it? I think it's shareware.
No,
Or, yeah,
Elements oh, I think Elements Plus costs money, but I
but
wanna say it's cheap.
yeah, I don't remember it being expensive.
Do, 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 do. Do you always place your items rather than drag and drop, Cheryl? Is there a benefit to doing it that way?
I drag and drop. Well, I do show this every once in a while, but I have two screens, and so of course on the main screen is just Photoshop, and then I have ACDC open on the other side. So I'm flipping through here so I can grab one at a time, if I want to, or I can grab several and then I can just drag and drop them like so. And there they are.
I saw that the My Paint Shop Pro forum owner did Affinity Photo. Is My Paint Shop Pro not being updated anymore? Does that sound correct, or am I wrong on that? Do you
Okay,
know
so
where she inquired about it, Cheryl?
oh lordy, let me see if I can find it.
Carly's so sweet. Did you see the thing she posted? What did you do before you had kids? You made your own shadows?
Oh yes, that really
I love Cheryl's shadows, by the way.
just completely made my month. It was just the day I was just like, oh my gosh, they still like them. I thought about doing a secondary set, but I don't know that it's necessary. I think it would just be adding too much to go through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But okay, so what was she asking about?
I
Today's
found it. It was
okay.
actually Steph C. It was actually in that thread.
Okay, good. You found that. So you can
I'll
respond to her.
respond to
And
her.
she
Yeah.
did say she was going to come back and um, watch the end of this.
Yeah.
So I thought I would just, talk a little bit about setting up. Um, and I have, um, if you don't have things that are not showing for you, like the layers panel or any of the other things you see over here on the right side, you can find those by going to Window, and then down at the bottom, there's just a whole list of things that you can choose to have turned on, and then you can move them as you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, but then I'm going to you can float them, um, or, oh goodness, I just want it to be, well, it used to pop in there. Am I crazy, Courtney? It would give me the, oh, you can't be serious.
Now we understand why she's struggling with it, because it's being a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Brenda says she didn't have your shadow styles until she joined your CT, but she doesn't think she could give them up now.
Don't give them up. Don't give them up.
I like dragging and dropping rather than file place, just because
Okay, there we go.
the way I do it, I have it open on a separate screen and it's easier.
All right, so you're just going to pull them from floating and you're going to hover over the edge and then you can place them there. And I didn't necessarily mean to click on libraries. It's going to take a second to load. Oh, well, look at there. That came up quick. And then this one, you just hover until it brings up that highlighted line and then let go. And that's going to give you that. And of course, you can and I like this one a little bit wider. And of course, as you're dependent on what you're creating and how big your canvas is, you may want to, turn things, make the layers panel narrower or any of these. And you can choose anything that you want up here: shapes, brushes, brush settings, styles. I have actions and swatches, character, paragraph, and then I have a history down the bottom. But that will at least get her a little bit started, I think. Just knowing that window and being able to turn one on or off so you can customize your screen. Does anybody else have any other questions? Any questions?
Carly says she drags and drops too, but she doesn't have a second screen anymore, so it's a bit of a pain.
Yes.
Brenda says she drags and drops because the elements are smart objects. Yeah, see, I turned that off because I hate smart objects, and it's a whole personal thing.
Yeah, I really love smart objects because, the non-destructive,
Yep.
making bigger or smaller, then of course you can rasterize it if you want to, but I do like the smart objects.
Yep. And that's what Brenda says, because then she can resize things bigger again when she changes her mind.
There. Yes, exactly.
Well, thanks for making me open up PSE again, Cheryl. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome. You're like, now I'm going to have to uninstall it.
No, I leave it installed because my computer can handle that. It's no big deal to me. But plus, I'm still telling you, GIFs are so much easier to do in Photoshop Elements than in Photoshop.
Well, then that's
And
another thing.
they
I will not go down that rabbit hole, Courtney. I will not be making GIFs. I will not do it.
GIFs are so fun to make. All you do is take a lot of photos all together, and then you just tell Photoshop to make them go together. Not Photoshop Elements. You just say,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I have these photos. Make them motion." And Photoshop Elements goes, "Okay, here you go. How fast did you want it to motion?" It's fun. Anyway, especially if you accidentally held down the what do you call it? The button that clicks the photos, the shutter button,
Uh-huh.
and you end up with a whole lot of photos all at once.
Yeah.
So.
Burst.
Yep, the burst. If you do the burst, it's really easy to make them. But it's so weird, but it is still so much easier to do in Elements than in actual Photoshop. One of those weird things.
Yeah. When it shouldn't. It should all be easy. It should all be easy. Okay, guys. Well, we are set on having next month our regular first
Same bat
Thursday of the
time,
month.
same bat channel.
Yeah, so this will be September 4th, and of course I'll post it on social media and at Sweet Shop. And I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out with me for a little while. I hope I inspired you to create a layout about food. Because I was scrapping about food. We did not talk about food.
Should I laugh that I also was scrapping about food for your release next week? Like,
Food. Well,
we
it's
are in
like
a food mode.
everybody eats. So,
Everybody eats. That's better than the other thing everybody does.
yes, it made me think of that book. Everybody eats, so everybody, yes.
I don't think
That
we
was
have
a
kids for
great
that, and
toilet
I think
training.
that's okay.
That's a little toilet training book. It was great. For my
Anyway,
children.
we will see
Anyway,
you in September, and maybe we'll talk about food.
yeah, maybe. You never know.
It's highly likely.
Highly likely. All right, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you next month.
See you next month.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.